Well, the New York Jets played outstanding football on Saturday afternoon. They beat the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field 23-14. The first team offense were fantastic. The first team defense struggled a little. Special teams were pretty good on the whole, bar one big return. But Salah and co must have loved what they saw. I want to break down my top 5 takeaways from the New York Jets win over the Packers. Number one, you've got to start with Zach Wilson. The rookie quarterback was phenomenal once again, but my takeaway regarding Wilson is that he continues to win on money downs. It was third down last week and it was third down again this week. But not only that, his trips to the red zone were fantastic. Wilson threw just 2 balls in the red zone all afternoon, both of which went to touchdowns to Tyler Croft. Love seeing him win on money downs in the NFL. If that translates to the regular season, we're going to see a much better product on offense than we've seen the last 2 or 3 years. My second takeaway is that the Jets really need to play and possibly even start Brandon Eccles. I understand that he's a young player. He was a 6th-round draft pick. But in week 1 of the preseason, we saw Bless Austin, and he's the same guy he's always been. This time, in week 2, we saw Isaiah Dunn, the undrafted free agent, start, and he got picked on a ton. At times, we've even seen Lamar Jackson over Brandon Eccles. I really want to see what he has because he's really impressed me, not only throughout training camp, but in the reps we've seen of him on tape against the Giants and the Packers. He had the interception, had a nice pass breakup last week. I want to see Brandon Eccles starting week 3 of the preseason against the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, Corey Davis is a wide receiver 1. There were some question marks when he was brought over by the New York Jets, $13 million per year for 3 years. And people said, well, he's a number 2. And I myself compared him to Eric Decker. I thought he could be that reliable receiver that lacks a little explosion, but can be a 1,000-yard per season guy. I think he might be more than that. When you watch his connection with Zach Wilson, the ease he's winning at the top of his routes, it's so impressive. He's a big body. That connection is going to see him get a large target share. And we've already seen that in the preseason. Corey Davis has run 12 routes in the 2 games he's played so far. On those 12 routes, he has 10 targets. That's 83% of routes he's run. He's been targeted and he's caught 6 of those balls for 85 plus yards. Incredible numbers. Obviously, that will go down once Elijah Moore comes back, but it's been really impressive to see Corey Davis. And I think he might be even better than what I thought when we got him in the offseason. My 4th takeaway is that the Jets starting defense is really going to struggle. I'm concerned about this unit. The Green Bay Packers number 2 offense, couple of third stringers, marched up and down the field with relative ease. Now, I understand that they weren't playing Quinnen Williams, that Sheldon Rankins wasn't on the field. I already mentioned Bless Austin was out for personal reasons, but the majority of the guys that will be there on opening day, they were on the field in Green Bay and they really, really struggled. And it's a concern. The void that Carl Lawson is going to leave means the young secondary and those guys I just mentioned, they're going to have to cover for longer. I'm worried about the unit. It really emphasizes this 2021 season is so much about Zach Wilson's development and the offense. My 5th takeaway, and one that I wasn't sure I'd be saying coming into the season, is the New York Jets backfield is low-key stacked. They have a really nice stable of running backs. We knew what Ty Johnson was after the Oakland Raiders or Las Vegas Raiders game late last year. We saw how good he could be on outside zone runs and how he's actually quite a powerful runner as well. I loved the Michael Carter addition at 107 in the draft, and he had a couple of really nice runs against Green Bay. He had an 18-yard run where he shed a couple of tackles, really good post-contact meters, and then the next play, he followed that up with an 8 or 9-yard run. He had, I think, 5 yards per carry, and he was really effective on his 10 or so carries on Saturday. So really like those 2 guys. LaMichael Pirine, although he didn't have his best game, he showed enough. And Tevin Coleman got his first play of the preseason. And even though he didn't have any explosive plays, he just looked so much quicker than I anticipated after seeing him in San Francisco last year. He looked quick, he looked explosive, and I think he's definitely going to have a role as he was playing with the starters on Saturday night. So guys, they're my 5 main takeaways from the New York Jets win over the Green Bay Packers. We now move our attention forward to the last preseason game against Philadelphia. Let's see how this Jets unit finishes. Robert Sala's already said the starters will play. Can't wait to see it. Make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, and follow us at Play Like a Jet.